Hello, everyone. It is Thursday and it's a beautiful sunny day. The skies are clear. It's November, so we are close to winter. It's getting chilly. Today is not such a bad day. The weather says it will be in the 20s, so later it's going to get up to maybe 19 or 20 degrees Celsius, which is not bad. So I wanted to talk about very quickly about coming to Japan. So if you are interested in coming to Japan, not as a tourist, but as a resident for a while, whether it be for a year or more, one of the easiest ways for someone, especially an English speaker or someone who speaks English very well, one of the easiest ways is to come as an ALT, assistant language teacher, assistant English teacher. And it doesn't have to be just English. There are some schools that need teachers who speak French or some other language. It's not as popular as English because English is the foreign language that is taught in Japanese schools. So how do you do that? There are two ways that I am aware of. One is as a JET ALT. The second one is with a dispatch company. Now, the JET ALT is through the government. So it's, for example, your home country's government with the Japanese government education department. Am I still recording? Yes, okay. So I have to do this really quickly. I'm not sure how much memory I have. I have a new phone, so I don't know. So with that one, they have a very rigorous application. You have to do an essay. There's an interview, I think 2 interviews. The first interview, if you pass that, I think there's a second interview there. They have a lot of restrictions, but it is one of the best programs to go on because you get a better salary and they do take care of their ALTs. I came on that initially in 2009 and it's a really good thing, but I think the max you can stay with them is 5 years. And after that, if you still want to stay in Japan, you can then seek employment directly with a school through the Board of Education, or you can seek employment with a dispatch company, which I'm going to move on to. Dispatch companies. These are for-profit companies, and they notice there's a market for English teachers, so they get foreigners either within Japan or outside of Japan. By the way, so the salary for JET, I haven't checked the recent one. I know when I first came, it was like 300,000 yen, and the yen was really strong then. I think it had dropped after that, but it's still exceptionally better than the dispatch companies, which will pay you between 200,000 to 250,000 yen per month. Not bad, but when the taxes and stuff come out, believe me, it is not very nice. You can still live on that, but it's, it can be a challenge because you have to think about rent and so forth. With JET, your rent is subsidized, and a lot of things are subsidized, so it makes living here a little easier for you. But like I said, it's very competitive. With the dispatch companies, since I've been with them more recently, I can speak on that. A lot of them would provide rental apartments for you, and you pay part of the money. The thing is, those rental apartments are usually expensive anyway. And if you drive, then you have to pay for parking. And if they offer you a car, then you have to pay some money towards that. My current company provided an apartment for me when I first came. But when I moved, I decided to find my own apartment. I used the UR apartment, which is very foreigner friendly. And the prices vary. You can have inexpensive to expensive houses or housing. They do not allow pets in most of their apartments, so that is why I left mine. I wanted to get cats, and so I moved out of mine and found an apartment that is a fairly decent price, but it's not the best looking apartment. I would rather live in a different kind, but it's pretty good, it's pretty good. They don't bother me. And the way of communication is through an app, which is good. But anyway, dispatch companies for profit. They are looking out about making money. They will take care of you. Some of them are terrible, I've heard. When I applied to 3 companies. Interact is very popular. Also, that's a pretty decent company. The pay is not that great. My company is also a good company. They are. I think when you think of dispatch companies, Interact and my company are fairly nice, and there's some others that I'm not too familiar with, but I hear they're good, or yeah, they're decent enough. My company offered an apartment called Leo Palace. Leo Palace apartments are popular all over Japan, and both foreigners and Japanese live in them. They are cute little apartments, The rent is average between 50,000 and more. We have to pay for parking, and it's prefurbished but very basic, very basic. For a single person, it's okay. Starting out, it's okay. But if you're thinking a long term, I wouldn't live in one long term. I think overall it's more expensive than, say, a village house apartment or UR apartment. And maybe you can find a private apartment that has a fairly decent price and is a little more to your taste. Most Japanese apartments are small compared to Western types. I'm okay with them. I don't need a lot of space. I think they're good enough. So that's it. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed, but that's okay. That's it. Next I'm going to talk about, what am I going to talk about next? There was something I had in mind. Anyway, whatever video comes up, you'll see it. Take care. Bye.